sound is easier holding you down.
Okay. I haven't really had much lately, and I've been trying to work with what I have in life very slowly but surely, and then like do things a certain way and make sure I'm doing things with, you know, my personal moral compass and stuff. So I've been looking a little rough, and I've been a little broke, and hopefully a lot of that turns around. I'm still focused, and I'm working on my mental health right now a lot, and I have no room for no drama or anything that's complicated or like not benefiting my overall wellness, or like at least some of it. And if it's like actively working against me, I'm talking about anything or anyone. I can't, you know what I'm saying, mingle. So I'm just gonna untwist and untangle all the old junk out of my head. Cause I was low-key holding small spots and soft spots for old habits and old people and old energies and old like concepts and things that was basically like a joke, or like playing in my face, or a big lie, or just me holding on to hope, or just like trying to see the best in people, and they just continually like show me their true colors and stuff. All that I'm talking about is way in the past, like, and then on top of that, I'm so like exhausted with like how my life has been going. I love just feeling like myself, and then being kind of like natural, and then just honest and real. I'm not doing too much, if you couldn't tell, and I'm not that type of person, but at the end of the day, I do care. And no, I'm not perfect, but neither are you, or however many people are watching this video. I'm just glad, I'm so grateful for life right now. I'm so grateful that I'm even here. I made it to 25, and I didn't think I was gonna be living past like 21 or 22, so I'm just going to detangle my hair on camera, because I feel like the content that has to do with my hair is so much more entertaining to people for some reason. At least maybe right now, because when I do my little sit down videos and like reactions, I'm really speaking from my heart, and then I'm really watching and I'm seeing things, and I'm just saying what I'm seeing, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I like to do these types of videos where I can just talk and just be me. Even though I have whatever I'm going through, who doesn't? But you don't have to always have that up front. And then you don't have to take everything so literally or personally in this world. You know, you gotta listen to people and like, what's the word? Take your feelings out of things. You know? Because I don't know, not everything is out to get you. And on top of that, you know, I don't know. It's really easier said than done, because when you've dealt with so many people like that, you don't trust shit. Like, I mean shit. And then you just know how it is when you're moving up in the world or trying to be someone or do something with yourself. You already know how that is when people from your past or like people start popping up with like this like energy to them that's kind of trying to like keep you down, or like distract you, or like kind of make you run off course a little bit when you know you focused. So that's my little 2 cents on life right now. Like, just, stay focused and then know what's best for you. And then what type of things and stuff that you want in your life and who you want in your life and like how you want your life to feel. And, I'm always humble and blessed. Let's see how long this takes me, bro. If this joint lets me film for a long time like that, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna love when they're all out of my head or untwisted because it's gonna be like creepy. Okay. Let me see. Child, you wouldn't believe how many times I've had to have a new phone and like just keep like, you know what I'm saying? Keep the faith. Because if you've ever been somebody that's just been kind of trying to break the mold or like trying to do things, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like life keep trying to tear you down or like there's like big heavy challenges and like just things that just kind of seem like it's perpetually keeping you in the same spot. Like, not to say that you don't take accountability or anything, because like as a person in their right mind, you do at least halfway for anything that's going on in your life, or like you take full accountability. So like if you allow people to mistreat you a lot, that's on you because you should be able to like respect yourself and stand up for yourself. Or if you kind of are people or someone that mistreats people like intentionally, you know what I'm saying? Kind of want to not. I hate when I'm looking for royalty free music for real. Like to edit these videos and stuff. And then you go upload the video. That joint be saying copyright. So you have to find like literally on YouTube, like you can't use like copyright free music for some reason from like editing software, like editing apps and stuff, because for some reason it's not copyright free. I'm like, who lied? But look how much longer my hair is out of the twist. And it's not even, this is not like literally how long it is, because if it was straightened, you would see it's like pretty much there. Well, I love my hair. I'm just so glad I have hair such as this that I can kind of like leave alone without it getting like, you know what I'm saying? If I was like depressed and I had like any other type of hair, I feel like I would be forced to do it more. And I don't like to be forced to do anything. You feel me? So I just be thinking about little things. Like, I'm so grateful, like my hair is curly and I could just kind of like actually leave it alone more than maybe somebody that doesn't have the same hair. Because it's actually best when you leave it alone. That's just an observation and talking about. I remember the SpongeBob when he was like, we're not talking about this. We're talking about this. Well, here, we show the back so far. Okay. I'm gonna pause some. Oh, what's coming to mind? You know, Some people, like, you can't change their mind about nothing, like, at all. And no matter how kind you are, or how perfectly you explain something, or like how legible you're being, basically, and comprehensible, is that a word? Some people like just choose to misunderstand you because they have nowhere else to take their anger out, or like they just choose to misunderstand you because maybe they're just triggered, or they just don't want to listen to you or understand you because maybe something you're saying is like really, really, really like just the truth without some narrative, some sideways narrative, or like some exaggerated things or truths, or honestly sometimes a lie. You know, I just noticed in my life when I start speaking my truth, I really run into like individuals, or I have in the past. I've run into individuals in the past that kind of really would not give me no chance to speak for myself or say much or explain who I am or my situation. It was just you look at me and judge me off of like a day or like a moment or like mostly negative, mind you. And that's because I don't know, I was just putting up with like people and things that I thought I needed to elevate me in life because I didn't think I could do it with myself, you know? And I mean, obviously, everybody needs help. I'm humble as shit. Like, I'm a super woman. Like, I'm not that independent. Like, but at the same time, I love to spend time with myself and take care of myself because that's what you're supposed to do first, at least, right? So, I used to struggle with asking for help a lot more than I do now, and I'm still struggling with that. But oh my god, it used to be so bad. I used to like not even be able to ask for a sheet from people without like feeling like I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's really important to kind of just have a really good relationship with Jesus and be able to know who you are, be who you are, say who you are, and then move like that and only like that. Because if you let people bring you out of character, you're not rocking with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And now that doesn't mean rocking with Jesus equals you are like this holier than thou individual. Because nah, but it just means you know how to sit down and think about stuff thoroughly and like reflect and like dealing with people that don't want to see me shine too much. Just like if it was me just fine, but if it seemed like I was gonna be better than expected me or some my caliber or my tax bracket or my body type or my skin color or whatever age or whatever demographic it is, if I'm doing better than or doing better than what was expected of me or like being a better version of me versus like some old easily malleable like doormat version of me where I was just letting people tell me who I am and then like letting them treat me like a puppet or like a not a puppet, like scapegoat. Like when you're like letting people kind of like step on you psychologically or like mentally, and I don't know, you kind of just make yourself a martyr, like you sacrifice your comfort and peace because you just want to get along or have anything at all. Let me see my hair. Yeah, that's not really healthy. And I used to be that way. I used to feel like, oh my god, I cannot lose this person, or oh my god, I I'm not about to be out here making new friends and doing this and that. So I have to hold on to like what I'm used to, which is like I can't trust myself. That was then or then. I couldn't trust myself or what I was feeling on the inside about how I was feeling around certain individuals. I just needed people so I could feel it. And I was needing people that honestly liked that you need them, but they don't want to put in work to kind of like be a vibrational match with you, if that makes sense. Like it feels like you're doing all the work to kind of like be nice and be their friend and like or make like something work. But honestly, there's so many times and so many people in this world that try to make things work with, you know what I'm saying, people that just show you who they are, and then it's up to you to kind of like, what's it called, respect that and then be yourself, and then don't try to change for nobody, and then don't let nobody make you feel like no one. It's like an okay thing.
Belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody.
So, you don't really want to like be isolated all the time, but you don't want to need anyone that doesn't make you feel welcome. Like you can appreciate things, you know that, but take care of your feelings, how you feel. Like it's really important. Also having empathy for people too, because everybody's going through something. So I think I mentioned this in another video, like where you know some things that you probably mastered in life, people still struggle with because you probably saw a different portion of the sky than they did their whole life. Like for example, somebody that grew up in New York their whole life, they've been around buildings and sidewalks and fast-paced individuals and work and traffic. You think they is effing with nature and meditation? Like the majority of New Yorkers probably no, because they're probably there for like industrial things or business or like money and etc. etc. And it's somebody that grew up in like the South where it's pretty much green all over and it's wide open space and like surrounded by clearly like nature and like connecting with it and what's it called? Being like, you know, wild and free. And everything kind of moves slower down there. You think they worry about swiping cards and this and that and the third, and like, no, the majority of them is giving, gardening, chilling, grilling. You know what I'm saying? So my point is like, you could have grace for people that maybe do kind of act out of a way that you don't understand, or you would never, or you would do X, Y, and Z differently, or you just never know where people are coming from, you know? And this is all really metaphorical, so. Some people's skies have always been gray, so you tell yourself, okay, I've been through so much, and I would never do this and that, but like, at the end of the day, you just don't know how people react or respond to like their own feelings or like how maybe they just never, you know, process certain things in their life and you're not, you know, really one to judge. But at the same time, I was saying, you kind of gotta just understand where people are coming from and why people do things or why people feel the way they feel. Now, that doesn't mean you have to make excuses or like always sacrifice yourself to understand people because you understand. You want to kind of help people that help themselves. And then you don't want to let people take advantage of maybe the knowledge that you have or the way you move in the world, and it may seem like it's so cool and sweet and you get blessings and they kind of try to like mimic that, but really at their core it's not that, because like some people just don't know how to be themselves or like were never like appreciated. Like I said, you don't know where people are coming from, so some people who did not have nice mommies or nice daddies or nice friends for real, so like they have a very skewed and mistrusting view of life. So really at the end of the day, as long as you're trying and then praying and then like being a better person than yesterday, that's really what's gonna make your character, or like that's really what matters. Cause like God be looking at the heart for real, like you're not looking at your pockets or your what you can show on paper, because you're not taking that with you when you transform, when you die, when you cross over, whatever you want to call it. Like you're not taking none of that 3D shit with you when you die. So my point is like be kind, be alright, like you don't know people, and then at the same time you don't want to be making like what's it called, conclusions about things of people per se, because maybe something offends you or you offend someone. It's everybody's on this journey and shit, and you know everybody's entitled to like how they feel and how they move and how they walk, how they talk, and how they want to live life. And like sometimes we do miss the bus with people. Like sometimes we just kind of like how do I kind of call it missing the bus with people, like where you're so caught up in your own feelings and like your own struggles, you literally cannot really see what's going on around you, or like you are barely processing things that kind of happened or are happening, because there's like a tint over your eyes. It's like a shield, but it's giant blinding and shit. Sometimes it's really good to cry. And I've been crying since my mom died. Pretty much like I'm honestly like, what am I saying? I'm very emotional, but I really hold a lot of it in. And that's been like a flaw of mine. Because I used to not really be like that, but it, obviously like grief changes that. So I used to be so much more like talkative and like I wasn't so sensitive. And then when my mom died, I was like, I just turned sensitive out of nowhere. And you know, everything just felt like, why? Why me? Or like, why is this happening? Or like, I wanted to stop. Or like, I don't care. And then grief kind of does that. It kind of makes you feel like a big part of your life is missing, or like something's wrong. Duh, because you've been living your life a certain way for so long, and then something's fucking wrong. Like with your reality, if somebody really close to you is gone, and that was a big part of your life, or daily life, or like how you even like lived and saw the world. Like if it's somebody that's not that close to you, I don't think it's that deep. You know, like when people's like friend dies, or like a friend of a friend dies, it's like, yeah, you will grieve them, but like I feel like grief is so different for people that had somebody really close to them die, because like it's kind of like literally a part of you died. Like you kind of have to like maneuver in the world a whole new way. It's kind of like you, like when you playing a game like Sims or GTA, you playing it just fine. You got your game at like 50%, 60%, and one day check, especially if shit is like random, but one day you check and it's like gone. You're like, stop. Right? Wouldn't you be if you were really in that game? Wouldn't it bother you to like kind of have to like play a new game, or like it would just be like, this is not my game. It's not my life. It's not my world. But then life don't work that way. It's not gonna stay the same forever. Like that's the part that gets people, and then you kind of have to believe in God, even if you don't want to, because you literally don't really have too much control over like things that happen around you and stuff per se. I mean, you have choices, but like really, I want to make sure you're caring and understanding, and don't like write things or people off because maybe they're doing something that you wouldn't like, or they are kind of like acting funny, or is it my hair? That have. Wow. Look how it's literally half length. That is strange. Why? I cannot believe that. Like, I know you gotta watch it. I'm tired. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not. You're gonna get this part too. It's like, I do not feel like washing my hair today. I'm literally gonna do it like tomorrow. I'm gonna just detangle it because it's too much. It's not even that long for real, but it's like it's the thickness, and you gotta like really take your time because you want it to be like detangled. Anyway, and then I see why people just be wearing wigs. It's too much, like sometimes. And then I don't want to get locks because I like to change my mind. But then I complain about doing my hair. It's like, but yeah. I have like a toned body, but I need more like muscle and like. I'm not really big on the fat thing. You know, I would like to, you know what I'm saying, gain weight, but I want to take my time. Because in the past, I've kind of had like a struggle with food, and then like the relationship with my body was not good, and it's so much better now. I'm talking about the relationship with my body, not how I think I look or how I feel. Just the relationship with myself and my body is so much better now. But I used to feel like either I wanted to be really thin or rush being really like an opposite body type that I have. And then like I used to be doing that because I wanted people to shut up. But then I realized like there's certain things that I shouldn't really do just to kind of like have the wrong type of dude anyway. If you don't, I don't know why some dudes they like to have a type of woman that they like. For example, if they like dark skinned women or light skinned women, why are you in another person's DMs saying, hey, and then if you get rejected, it's you. I don't even like you anyway. No. Anything that you pursue, I don't care if it's a bet even. I wouldn't, there's nothing in this world you can make anybody do that they don't want to do. I don't care how much money it is. Really, at the end of the day, there's some things people would say no to. You feel me? Right? Would you jump off a cliff for $1 million? No. Nobody could convince, you know what I'm saying, me that I'm not worth it or like something's wrong with me or this, that, and the third or whatever. That's just a confidence thing. That's not cocky. That's, I love myself. And anybody that comes to challenge that or try to make me feel like I have to be comparing myself, I don't see that. I don't get it and I don't care. Respectfully, because I want you to love yourself too. I want you to win too. I'm not glad for everyone. And I want everybody to feel like good and like beautiful. I feel like it's not necessary to put somebody else down and feel good. Like, unless something's like wrong with you. I swear. But, you know, some people don't think like that. Like I said, it's no matter how nice you are, or how respectful, or how legible, or how literally real you are, there's like a dark side to that in the world. So I guess you just gotta kind of ignore anything that make you feel bad, and that was the intention, you know. I just struggle with that a lot, like caring what people think, and it's gotten so much better as I've gotten older. But like, I'm actually surprised that it's coming out in a cute shape because I did trim my hair like a couple 2 months ago, kinda, and it looks really full, but I did it so bluntly. I was scared it was gonna look like square. But it's okay. Got a little shape to I like doing small twists in my hair, mainly because I can style it like the way I usually style my little twists. Quick ponytail and shit. Or I could take them out eventually. And then it's like very, very creepy. And then they kind of sit on top of themselves, like the clamps. So like, and then my hair is more relaxed because it's more twisted and curled at the top, and the pieces are kind of like I say, relaxed, versus when it's like not detangled at all, and I just don't do anything to it. This is not even really like the state of my hair that I'm used to. Like, I used to have lots of heavy products in my hair, so I'm used to my hair being like way down. Like, I mean, it's curly, but I actually prefer when it's not so like excessively neat, because then I feel like I can't really do much in life. Like, I'm just feeling like a mannequin, like a poster for black natural hair and shit. Like, I would like to move around. Like, people be doing too much about partying. They be doing too much about, like, make it flat at the top, make it look like a different hair type than your hair type all the time. And it's like, sometimes I like gel, sometimes I like water, sometimes I like the leave-in, sometimes I fucking use lotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta be like a rock star. It's like, oh, that. Rawr. Sorry. Oh yeah, one quick thing I wanted to say. I used to struggle with setting boundaries so bad. Like, even saying no for the simplest things. Like, I would hurt myself, and then I would make so many mistakes in life because I just couldn't say no to someone or something, and I'm feeling like obligated and stuff. And well, obviously, I'm just talking about real heavy things that I used to really like deal with, that I see present itself in smaller ways nowadays. Like, and now I just try not to feel bad if I say no, or feel like I owe anyone anything, because it's easier to preach than practice. But I'm an avid practicer. You feel me? I be practicing. Ooh. Try to think that shit out. What do you think the name of the game is? Do you think it's time or money? If you think it's money, well, maybe I guess it could be whatever you want it to be. I feel like the name of the game is like, you know what I'm saying, both. Because some people only care about the money, and some people only care about the time. You know, I think I'm one of those people. I just realized I'm too focused on time and like losing it. I just realized, I just said that out loud. Because I'm not a money hungry person, so it has to be like something that I'm struggling with, which is time. Or like, I used to struggle with time management because I just had so much on my plate. I just was trying to just do things and just move along, and I was like really slaving myself. And like, God, if I could just really explain how my life used to be set up, you would wonder. I mean, people do that. They don't sleep sometimes, but you would wonder how or why. If you just slow down and think about some of the things that we normalize, like the jam-packed days that people be having, and otherwise you're a bum. Child, some of that stuff is really just slavery in your face, but nobody wants to say those things because everybody's on grind mode 24/7. They're just trying to get money, like I said. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you already heard what I'm saying. You can make the game whatever you want it to be. So I'm saying, so I can't knock nobody's lifestyle choices because sometimes a ninja is tired, like they need, and then sometimes you gotta sit down and think, why do I need? That goes for anybody. Anyway, I'm done. Like, it's so crazy because my hair, it literally looks so much shorter to me than I know it is. Like, it's just freaking me out because it made me think I cut, like, I'm saying, way more. This is my hair. You know, we barely, I'm just using it.